What's up, guys? I think I've just reached a point in life where I kind of just wish, there's a place that we could go to talk without judgment, without consequence, without punishment, you know, without fear of punishment or consequence. I've grown up and I've always sort of had to hide the truth about how I feel, what I've done in life. I've always had to sort of hide the truth about that. Because growing up, I never felt safe expressing who I was, expressing my issues or problems or things I was dealing with. My family tried, but I guess their parents didn't really know how to create a safe space for them to express either, or feel heard or understood. So I've kind of just grew up in a place where it's not really been safe to express myself clearly, or really understand how to communicate properly. Really, so I don't know. I kind of just wish there was a place where people could go, men especially more so, because I feel like men are slandered so much for talking, and the male ego is just so big. It's really difficult to break it down, because it's so difficult to just open up and talk without fear of judgment, without fear of like not being accepted, or fear of just not really being understood. Yeah. um I just wish there was a place, and I think that's what I want to create here. This is the space, this is the community that I want to create. So if, please, by all means, if you're struggling, please reach out to me, please talk to me, please please give me your problems, tell me your problems, let me talk you through them, let me get you to the root cause of what's causing your problems, allow me to provide a different insight. I am the safe space that I wished I had to talk. So I'm dealing with a lot of things at the minute, and it's really difficult for me to open up and speak and talk about stuff. And I wish that I had this space that I'm creating now to be able to do that, where I felt like I was safe, I felt heard, I felt understood, I felt respected. And, just to have somebody to say, yeah, no, it's okay. I understand why you're feeling that way. I understand that this has happened in your life, blah, 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 blah. I know therapy is good, but like from my experience with therapy, it's not really been great, because yeah, okay, therapy's been okay, but it's just that they're just listening. They're not really giving me any answers to my problems. They're not really providing me with any insights or how to fix them, or like, I don't know. I just don't feel heard, don't feel understood, and it's really difficult for me to sort of like express the way I feel at the minute. So every time I seem to make progress in life, it's just like life seems to just be like, yeah, well, nah, mate, back down to zero again, back down to fucking rock bottom. And every time I get further and further towards a goal, it's like I'm dragged even further down next time. Like I've been on this spiritual path now for, I don't know, like 6 years or so. I was 19 when I first started becoming aware of my actions, my own consciousness, my own awareness. I started noticing patterns within myself, patterns in my behavior, my thinking, experiences that have shaped me into who I am today. But something happened recently that's just sort of like plunged me back down into that place that I was in 6 years ago, in confusion and fear and isolation. So what are you doing, you lunatic? So yeah, I don't know. I'd like to create a space where people could come and talk, more specifically men, because I feel like men would need this more than women, because women have a pretty good open communication with each other. It's a pretty feminine trait. But, obviously women are welcome as well. By all means, I welcome all human beings, and whatever you identify as nowadays, that's entirely up to you, But I'm going to cultivate a space for people to come and speak, whether that be in person or on video. I'd rather, I offer my service as ears and a perspective. I don't want any money for it. I just want people to feel heard, seen, and accepted, understood. Like, you're not alone. Everybody is going through something, and I really wish people had more time to just sit and listen to people's problems without judgment. Just hold space for people, you know, because sometimes that's all we need as human beings. It's just people to hold space. You know, I wish there was a place that I could go and talk openly and honestly about everything that I'm dealing with without the fear of like being judged, without the fear of being misunderstood, you know. But there isn't a place, and I hope to be able to create that place, because that's what I feel called to do. I feel like, you know, if there's something in this world that you think people would benefit from, then create it, you know. So this is me creating that space. So yep, if you feel called to message me, comment on this video. If you feel called to like it, share it, do as you wish, you know, up to you, completely up to you. But whatever it is that you're dealing with, just know that it will pass. It's fine. It will pass. But if you really need to talk to me, I'm more than happy to listen to your problems. Right. Have a good day, guys.